Wack 100 and Adam22 have started a show together, and episode 1 has dropped. So, I just want to say
you watched it in its entirety.
We got to break it down by the levels, though. Like,
there's so many levels.
Like, what's business wise?
Business wise,
I would have rather saw DJ Akademiks and Wack, but I'm not mad.
Ooh, no.
I don't know though.
Hell no.
What?
Okay, business wise.
That's just diet everyday struggle.
Business wise, Adam, this was a good move. The channel's dying. Like, yeah, we'll watch the long one first. The channel,
he looks dead right there.
Yeah, and it's like I don't want to say the channel is dying just because I don't know what the ins and outs of everything are or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if we're just talking in terms of views,
it's down.
It's
in terms
down.
of quality,
It's down. It's
Spirit
down.
and morale. Look at
he doesn't have, and that's another thing too. Wack 100 brought up, which I didn't even think about. When 𝙬𝔦𝔐𝔓 got out of jail, 𝙬𝔦𝔐𝔓 don't have that same stimulus package energy that he used to have. Remember when 𝙬𝔦𝔐𝔓 would get on the mic on a podcast before? We're getting 1 million views in 2 days, probably. You know what I'm saying? But it's not that anymore. He don't have that same drive after he did that bid in jail, that little 7-8 months or whatever.
He probably Muslim now.
So he's definitely not Muslim though. He would be offended off of that.
Shout out to 𝙼𝔾𝚃. He just dropped a music video. I watched it.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
It was pretty cool. It was 𝙼𝚃.
Was it objectively great?
He was on the block. I gotta respect it.
Yeah, but
because you're scared of the black or because
it's crippin'.
Okay. Crippin' is very coordinated.
So with Adam22 and Wack 100, I think what happens is it just Adam. This is bottom feeder content, okay? And no disrespect to Wack 100, but Adam has succumbed to by him coming to do this show with Wack 100. Adam has welcomed Clubhouse.
He's accepted defeat.
Adam has welcomed Clubhouse onto his channel.
Yep.
And I think as this interview goes on, we saw Adam. I saw Adam say, "I can't believe I'm doing this."
The self-realization.
The self-realization.
Oh my God.
He couldn't believe he couldn't believe he was doing it.
He's reaching for anybody who already has some sort of fan base.
He couldn't believe he was there. And it was like, this podcast was 2 hours. After what that first hour went by, you could just see Adam just dying inside, my nigga. Like, I can't believe I'm doing Clubhouse content. That's what he was thinking to himself. Like,
I have to see this.
I was about to say, man.
Yeah, it's
the
amazing.
10-minute snippet.
Actually, let's watch the short one first. My bad. Because the short one is so short. Let's get it out the way because I don't remember what it is, and it might be something more related to this. Because this part that we're going to watch is related to a conversation I don't want to have.
Look at this man's face.
Yeah, he looked down right there.
That looks like the realization moment you were speaking of.
That's what I'm saying. From 1 hour on, his face was just like, oh my.
Yeah.
He couldn't believe he was there.
The snippet I saw, he was dead.
Yeah,
it was literally only Wack
he
talking.
couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I'm about to play it.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're going to defeat racism together.
I mean, it is what it is, man. But on the flip side, listen. Because by next week, I want to make that announcement.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
On that new business and that new division. We ain't going to mention it. But you got a new division coming to No Jumper.
Well, get me something in writing because I got to have the business manager take a look.
I'm going to send it to you.
All right.
We got a new division coming to No Jumper.
Look at his face. Look at Adam. Look at Adam.
Adam going to let me run it, but it's going to be a great look for a lot of people who've been needing a lot of help. So I'm going to get you everything in paper. We're going to put it together so we can make the announcement and get it going.
Yeah, we're starting a new business where we'll actually pull up to your crib and fade with you in the backyard.
He on some bullshit. But listen, tune in next time. You on motherfucking No Jumper with Adam22 and Wack 100. Fuck that. Well, Wack 100 and Adam22.
Business is so weird.
He got the hell up out of there.
Okay, so
it's so weird.
All respect to Wack 100. Wack 100 spent 2 hours squeezing Adam to the point that I've put that in there because I like how Wack does business.
Squeezing it for more business.
I hate how niggas do business. I hate when niggas do business like that.
Niggas always bring their friend
because
it's but you have to respect this shit.
It's like extortion.
It is.
Look, we're not gonna say too much, but something coming here right now. It's like that.
He just put it on wax.
I'm running.
Yeah.
Put it on wax.
That's gonna be on, you know.
But Adam is sturdy though. He said, yeah, just get it in paperwork.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Like with a side eye, like it's no
Nigga,
problem.
Wack had the paperwork over within 12 hours. I know Wack he did. I
Probably has
know
it in
he
his
did.
back pocket. But
So, yeah, right,
like,
right.
he probably got it served.
Yes, bruh. So it's like I have to respect Wack for that, but I hate doing business with niggas like this.
Yeah,
but you have
nah.
to respect it. This is the. It's just like
Every time.
it's just like
There's-
niggas. He's the nigga that like these are niggas that are always eat. You know what I'm saying? It's like
fighting, right?
He the nigga
Yeah.
that will smoke with you after work, and now you got to take him home.
yes,
Like,
right,
it's just
right,
more
right,
thing.
right.
Then
He's
you got to
gonna
stop
find
by his
his
baby
win.
mama crib on the way there.
Yeah.
You gotta get some switches. But it's different types of fighters, man. Some niggas just run in and juggernaut.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He's
yeah.
a juggernaut.
Yeah.
Like you could just
Juggernaut.
What is that?
Juggernaut.
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 The nigga said it so crazy. Lauren was like,
Juggernaut.
What is this new phrase, Juggernaut?
Oh man.
That's a nobleism.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Okay, but that's why I put that in there because this is after this. That was at the end of the 2-hour podcast.
Yeah.
After the last hour, Wack 100 was just promoting and name dropping niggas on his clubhouse. So Adam is already done with this shit.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
done, bro. He's
Yeah.
done. It's just the look of defeat, my nigga. It's just like goddamn, and then
Like,
and then Wack is. I want to talk to you about that business.
Yeah.
that's amazing. I love this
I
nigga.
hate
I'll talk
niggas,
to you about
but
that.
I love this shit. I love it.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah,
Let's watch more of this.
yeah, let's
this was
watch
a
more.
brilliant idea. This
Yeah.
podcast is going to be real successful.
Oh, it did. Yeah, I
It
do
did
want to say
numbers.
that it did numbers within 24
But
hours.
it is the first day.
It is the first episode, but Wack does these numbers. But going back to what we're saying with Charleston White, Wack is a nigga that talks a lot. And Star said Wack is the perfect nigga to throw in front of the police bus because he was like, he talks so much that he was like, Star was like, if I was a nigga in the street and I had some heat on me, I'm giving him his name. And they're gonna do research on him and see how much he talks, and they're gonna start shaking him down, and that'll buy me some time.
But
That's the next level of snitching.
Yeah, that is.
That's you're like you blaming somebody. Like, yeah, that's incredible. I can't even articulate what just happened for real.
It's incredible, bro. But that's some real shit.
That's
Is
one
it-
of them you smelt it, you dealt it.
Isn't Wack kind of like the nigga we was trying to find a moment ago? We was talking about a street nigga who can do online content.
Well, we're about to see. We're about to see.
yeah.
I guess so. Yeah,
We're
he's a
about to
prime
see
example.
because even though he's on Clubhouse is still bottom feeder nigga shit, and it's.
Jesus.
And it's. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It really
Bottom
is.
feeder nigga shit.
It really.
Have you heard
Might
the
put that shit
combos up
on
there?
a shirt.
I've heard, yeah.
So it's like.
They're not combos.
Even though he's doing a lot of talking, I don't know any indictments that have come from Clubhouse yet.
Yeah. Right.
Because, but now that if he does this, I mean, let me just make sure y'all know. Wack 100 kept that same Clubhouse energy on this show that he does on Clubhouse.
That's his training.
So
You can
so the amount of information that we're about to know, he's about to just divulge. He won't shut the fuck up about everything. You know, we got some things, we got some paper. This nigga keeps paperwork of everything on his cell phone. So it's like
He does have an engaging way of speaking though, because when he talk on Clubhouse, I be
amazing.
listening.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wack on Clubhouse is amazing,
Yeah.
and I'm dying to know what percentage he owns because I just refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe Wack is a bad businessman.
Right.
He might be fucking annoying. I think he's an annoying businessman.
Right.
But I do refuse to believe that he's a bad businessman.
Probably what makes him great.
And I think that's what makes him great. You know what I'm saying?
Mediocre.
And I see that he understands the legal system. I see how he handles the Blueface situations, and I know he understands a lot. So
He's
I wonder
shrewd.
how long. Yeah, and I wonder how long he can talk this Clubhouse talk in public. You know all these things. You always alluding to knowing all these things. The police want to know some of these things.
Stamina
You know.
is a tricky thing when it comes to talking on this mic.
It
'Cause
is.
to come on here every week and have a different perspective, something
Yeah.
different, it's tricky.
It's tricky.
Especially when you're talking about criminality.
Exactly.
Because you can't just talk about it like that.
You
every
can't
day.
just straight sit in, but you're about to be doing it. You do it on Clubhouse, but let's see how the police feel about it when it's on this microphone on this bigger stage. But yeah, let's watch this because there is a conversation out of this. I just can't remember what it is.
As Gucci, who Gucci is today, he doesn't do that.
Right.
Right? So I have a lane for that.
I think people look at Gucci, they see how successful he is, how happy he seems to be, and they respect the fact that he doesn't really let himself get into any bullshit. And I think sometimes people look at you and they think, here's a guy who clearly has money, who has successful businesses, and they almost expect you to be a little bit more Gucci Mane with it.
He's
Why
talking
do
about
you,
himself.
expect me to be like another man when I'm my own man?
I think that people just expect
like
once you get
saying-
to a certain level of
that's like
success
saying
that you
Malcolm
aren't
X.
going to
Wait,
be
hold on,
screaming
hold on,
at.
hold on. Let
He
me
didn't
keep-
even hear the question.
He did. No.
He wasn't listening.
Let it keep going.
Okay,
Adam
I'm
is pretty
sorry.
much asking. He's having the conversation that we're having. Like, can you grow up essentially into like the next evolution? But yeah, we're gonna have
That you
Malcolm
aren't
X-
going to be screaming at people on Clubhouse
that's like
all the
saying
time, right?
Malcolm X should be like Martin Luther King. The world needs Gucci Manes. The world needs Wack 100s. The world needs Birdmans. The world needs Top Dogs.
Charleston Whites,
The world needed Dame Dashes.
Hodge twins.
The world needed that shit.
Lieutenant
But
Looms.
that's the thing about a Birdman or a Top Dog or a Gucci is that they all are at a certain level where they're not going to argue or respond to people who are at a much
guess what?
lower level than
Guess
themselves.
what?
You have no qualms about that.
And guess what? I've created a platform
Right.
that when you come at us, we got a weapon to fight back with.
Okay, hit pause now. This is crazy.
But nah. He did it better than Loon.
Oh yeah.
Because in the context, it's like we got a weapon to fight back with. That's very vague. He did say weapon.
But he's talking about his Clubhouse platform. See, that's the thing. That's why I refuse to believe he's a big bad businessman, because there's no way he's talking about I've created a platform which is Clubhouse, which you didn't create, and that's your weapon. You better own a percentage of this shit talking like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe he does,
I
bro.
think he has the aptitude of doing good business. But like, all right, put it like this: like me and Tony is smart, but we still make the dumbest of decisions.
Right,
You know,
right,
we buy weed paraphernalia.
Right,
You know,
okay,
$30
yeah.
paraphernalia.
Yeah.
We're still smart though.
Right,
We're just
right.
not making the best decisions.
Right.
And
I
I think,
bought Plan Bs. I bought condoms on Tuesday and Plan Bs on Wednesday.
yeah. Yeah. Go to Menace Material Wednesday at 6 p.m. We talk about it
That's
there.
a whole fact. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's just what's happening. Like, he's smart enough, but maybe he doesn't, put one foot in front of the other like how he should.
He's definitely doing that because he's spoken this long. He said this much, and he's still sitting in that chair.
But that's on
That says a
Clubhouse.
lot.
You got to remember that's on Clubhouse too.
It's still out there.
It is.
Things he says get clipped up from Clubhouse and
It
goes
go
on
all
YouTube
over-
now.
that's a full
Facts.
fact.
That's
yeah.
true. Like,
So if
every-
they wanted, if there was something to find, it would have been found.
it's
True.
It's either DJ Akademiks of like Clubhouse.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bro, he's the
He's the 𝙬𝔓𝔦𝔑.
So the only reason
The
Clubhouse
entertainment.
is relevant is because
Because
of
of
Wack
him.
100.
Yeah.
Like
Who
Club-
else is on Clubhouse?
nobody.
Nobody, nigga.
Like
Yeah.
21 Savage was on there, and I don't know if he's still on there, but I think he was the second biggest person. But it's Wack 100, and it's like, but it was funny just because it was just like Adam was like, why are you still playing with the bottom feeders? Why don't you level up like the Qs and stuff like that? And he's just like, that's because I've created a lane for myself. The Wack 100 is the best, bro. This nigga is the most. He's so entertaining. So
But he has a point, just a little bit.
shout out to Adam too. I mean, Adam still got his skills. Now, when Adam is on one-on-one, Adam know how to get that shit off.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, so
He's not there by mistake.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
there by mistake. So even as I was watching this and I saw him getting defeated towards the last half, I said, you in there, my nigga. You're still Adam, but your position has changed in the world, which we're gonna get to later.
Great, yeah, it's a good interview question because he's not like trying to paint a picture, a predisposed picture
Yeah.
of
He's
him.
not trying to pin it on him.
He's
yeah.
just like, putting it in the air and
Asking
whatever
the
Wack
question.
says.
asking
Yeah,
the questions.
asking the
Yeah,
question.
so yeah, it was a great question. It was a great setup and everything. It's just Wack's response was, of course, hilarious.
Yo.
That's because we created a platform. No, he said
we created a way.
He said, "Hey, you know what I say to that?
It's funny.
Hey, which nigga Wack is the best,
It's
bro?
like when you say that,
Hey, you know what I say to that?
it's like a little bit of Loon in him.
It
Just a little bit.
This is the fool, Loon. This is who the fuck you need to follow. This is the refined version of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if they can manage to keep this show going for a year and no indictments come from it,
Right.
where Wack is just getting pulled over and shaken down randomly, Wack is the greatest.
I don't think there will be, bro, because
This
look
ain't
at the
gonna
way he
last.
talks on fucking Clubhouse.
Wack is the greatest OG on the mic.
I don't
Yeah.
think that this is gonna last long. Adam
I
doesn't do
don't think
well
so
with these
either.
type of personalities.
He doesn't.
Same
He
shit with
doesn't.
Dame Dash.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't do well with these type of personalities.
How does
It doesn't last long.
Yeah.
It looks good on camera.
It does, yeah.
How does this show work? Like how do y'all think this show is going to be programmed?
Wack 100 tells him what he wants to talk about, who he wants to promote.
Yeah, well, pretty much what they kind of said in the beginning was Adam was just going to bring topics up. So the first one was just introducing the show, and it was really Adam interviewing him because Wack is always in the headlines. So they were getting out of the way all the shit that he's been in the headlines for first. So that's pretty much but this next episode should be more of
What it's gonna be.
Them speaking on what's actually happening.
And normally a pilot episode of anything is typically not even the best.
It's
normally
not.
the worst. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta kind of get into it.
So yeah.
Unless you Rick and Morty.
Unless you Homeroom University.
Facts.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
Some pilots get picked up.
Yeah.
For 37 seasons consecutively.
That's a fact.
We like Friends.
That's a fact, bro.
Like reruns on Netflix.
Yeah, there's a box DVD set with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a bootleg.
And we're still just working on season 1.
Fact. Oh, Jesus.
But all right, let's get into the rest of this clip.
See, it was one time, Adam. Let's keep it real. On my growth with me and my artists, I couldn't get to your table.
Really? I would have always sat down with Wack.
No, I could bullshit. Well, I couldn't even get my artists to your
We've
table.
done like 4 or 5 interviews over the years.
When your ass was over there fucking off of Santa Monica,
Right.
you shot me
No, I'm
down 2-3 times.
You asked me, we did the interview with Blueface. You remember he was eating the pretzels
Prior
talking
to
about
that.
Yeah, that was
I asked you for a few interviews. You wouldn't do them. Now watch this. So the things I started to do to create my own little social media lane, right? Put me in a situation, in a position where Wack's worth some views. Wack's somebody that's is profitable to do some business with, right? Now, I say this again. There's no Wack 100 from my neighborhood. My neighborhood doesn't identify with that. They know me as another name. But don't nobody get mad at Denzel or for playing this role. Nobody got mad at my boy in Pulp Fiction for playing the man that got violated. You know what I'm saying?
Pause.
Ben Raines will go
Wack
play a
did it.
motherfucker kicking.
It worked.
What question did he ask?
It worked. It did it. It worked.
Adam, they about to have a good exchange.
I'm confused right now.
I'm very. What was the question?
Go ahead. My bad. I'm tripping. He's still Wack is still defending why he is the way that he is.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
So this is a continuation of why do you fit Adam asking him
Why
do
you not like Gucci Man?
Why are you an established businessman and you still screaming at peons on Clubhouse?
Right.
This is a continuation of that.
Okay.
And now he's transitioned into I'm playing a role.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah.
And the man that got violated, you know what I'm saying? But then Ben Raines will go play a motherfucker, kick a nigga ass in this, but then the Baby Boy plays this. But listen, Wack 100 is a social media entertainer.
Are you acknowledging that you're acting when you're on Clubhouse or on here?
No, I'm not acting.
Well, they're acting. Ben
no.
Raines is acting, right?
I'm being me, right?
But
so what I'm saying
Denzel
is,
Washington, when he plays a role, is clearly not being himself.
but
He's
no,
acting.
but he's entertaining.
Right, but he's performing a role that was actually written for
Exactly.
him most of the time.
I'm authentic.
Oh my
So I'm
God.
being me.
Right.
Because if I take away the lane that I created for myself, right, ain't nobody else gonna give me one.
That's
So
where the
who is
police
these
gonna come
motherfuckers
get
to
you.
tell me what I should or shouldn't be doing?
I'm not saying that you should or shouldn't do that. I just think that's why sometimes people are surprised to see
What
you so
people?
deep in the bullshit.
But what people?
Observers
Clubhouse
of
is
the-
a great thing.
Even Gucci Man, it seems like that's what he was kind of getting at with that lyric,
Now,
right?
Gucci didn't mean no disrespect, and I responded to Gucci.
Sorry,
Man.
can you pause?
Yeah, promoting the song.
Oh,
He's too real. And I think
Yeah.
one of y'all said that like these niggas be too real sometimes. I understand it. Because
Yeah.
he can't even call himself a character for the sake of his career.
Exactly.
Because that might save him in a couple
Right.
years. The fact
Exactly.
he
That's
called
right.
himself a character.
That's what he wanted to do, but then he thought about it. And
Exactly.
Was like,
See,
I can't do
when
this
you go to
anymore.
level 2 of that conversation,
You're right.
That's where it gets slipped
It's
up.
started.
You're right.
That's where the gang enhancement comes back
back
to
to
them.
him.
Comes back to the microphone.
the realness is like
So even if you can say, now you can't go to the police and say it wasn't a character.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
because
saying?
you're saying it that way, but it's only because of his actual neighborhood that make him feel that way. Because
Right.
he has to play that role for his neighborhood still.
Exactly.
And
What
even-
role?
Of this is him. He can't break that.
Yeah.
He can't break that.
he's supposed to say, "Yeah, I'm playing a character," and be
Right.
about that on
Exactly.
off screen.
Like he literally had the perfect excuse. He was like, "My neighborhood doesn't even know me as Wack 100."
Right.
That's it.
That in itself is like, all right, nigga, you are playing the role. You are the
exactly.
character, but he couldn't admit to it.
The ego.
And even
the ego
then,
And I
gets to these
disagree with that
gangsters.
Denzel take. Denzel Washington is Denzel Washington
Every time.
in
Every time.
every movie.
Every time.
And shout out to
Same with Samuel.
Every
yeah,
time.
Shout out to Denzel. I saw this post. Like Denzel is like from Chicago. Like he's
Oh,
connected to niggas.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think his first like
I'm leaving here with something.
a big Chicago general paid for like his first acting class.
Oh,
like
damn.
a big Chicago
That's
general.
real.
Yeah.
You know how respected
And
your
even-
name is in the hood with a hood nigga? Like hood niggas usually support basketball.
Yeah, that's a
Great.
fact.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, that's
There was like,
Theater.
nigga, my nigga a thespian. Listen to him to theater.
He the nicest one in the
yeah,
hood. You don't do the gang shit. You the nicest
That
one out
shit-
here. You go do the drama shit.
That's how you start a mob, though. You got to get
Yeah.
people in every sector of
You got to.
society.
Got
And that
to.
makes Tupac look 1,000 times more gangster.
Yeah.
All they got to do is say he was drug funded for him to go to that fucking school
Yeah.
of performing arts.
So yeah,
But nah, man, he's too real. He can't even call himself a character.
Exactly.
And
Back to
being
the
on this
original
camera,
point.
you can't be that serious.
yeah, exactly. This is real life for them, bro.
Yeah, you
bro.
know what I mean?
He was over here. He was like, you can't have a. It's like the thing that's funny about him is that like. You can't even have a conversation with him without him name dropping somebody and be like, I got the paperwork on my phone. Right. And then it's like, and as he's talking to you, mind you, throughout this whole podcast, like Adam, but he also feels like somebody that, actually, I take that back. Wack 100, I was about to say he's not coachable, but Wack 100 is coachable. I think he would let Adam coach him. 'Cause
Especially behind the scenes.
and behind the scenes, not on the screen, because it's like Adam has to have that conversation with him of, okay, bro, every time we talk, you can't just like talk and be like, well, let me pull up the paperwork. Let me show you the text message.
Right.
I
It's
wonder how
like-
many screenshots he has in his
Oh my God, bro.
phone.
His iCloud, hacking this nigga's iCloud would be the mother load, bro.
He definitely
You would
pays
get-
that $2.99 for the extra.
For the extra gigabytes.
Yeah.
400
15,
gigabytes.
whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever the top one is, he's got that one, bro.
But honestly, I think that would help with the views even more because it's really the news. Like it's really
Yeah,
no jumper
that's
news.
true.
Like nigga, we got paperwork
That's true. That's
Journalism.
and like this might be a good look for No Jumper.
true. You got another one?
Having yeah.
Because you over there fucking them up. In
Yeah,
the
you
microphone.
was
I'm sorry, man. I
Smack it.
try to move the mic away when I'm chewing, but man, they are delicious.
and talking at the same time.
But nah, I think this is a good look for No Jumper. Damn, did I eat it? Jesus, I think I ate it all.
Oh shit.
But I think it's a good look for No
I
Jumper
always
because
ask when he finishes all of them.
Facts.
Every
Yo.
time I ask, it's like this nigga's like,
Y'all
they're
be
gone,
late?
brother. Sorry.
It probably is a good look for
Probably
no
a
jumper.
ruse.
I think it is a decent look for No Jumper. It's just, I think Adam should, and I think he is gonna just try to get him to tone down on like Wack 100's brain staying in clubhouse mode, because that's the only non-appeal. Like,
Yeah.
it's just not appealing for the masses. I feel like, even though clubhouse screen recordings do well on YouTube, YouTube podcast interviews still do better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See, Wack strikes me as a person who's interested in the things that he's doing. So I could see him when he's
Right.
getting coached, asking questions, diving
Right.
further in, like, oh, so you want to do? How should I do it? Like this?
Yeah.
Oh, you saying like this? Like,
Exactly.
like he seems interested in the things he's doing.
he's a hustler.
And he's all about staying in the position that he when
Right.
he gets a position, not only does he want to stay there, he's annoying. He's trying to bring 15 people with
Facts,
him.
facts,
You know what I'm saying?
facts.
So yeah, he'll do whatever he can to
Talks
stay.
about that business.
He definitely has that.
yeah.
He definitely has a door-to-door mindset when it comes to this shit. Like
Yeah.
he's
He's a
really,
salesman.
really in your face.
He'll take 60 no's for 40 yeses.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
The ratio on that is way worse than that. By
I
the
was
way.
about to say, yeah, but
Yeah,
but this is Wack we're talking about, nigga.
Yeah, and then some of them other like little. I'm glad I looked at this note. Some of the other things that Adam is doing, Adam is completely like. Not only is he outside of him like having this type of content, he's also opening it back up because Wack 100 and Brick Baby, they do not like each other at all.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
know this.
No, they don't rock with each other at all.
Is Wack? What's Wack affiliation?
Blood.
But they don't even do the colors no
They
more.
don't even care about the colors like that no more. It's just honestly, it sounds like they hate that they both. Well, Brick Baby says he's not really from his hood. It's one of those conversations. It's some nigga shit. I don't know.
It's
You know
something
what
that you have to be in that
I'm-
world
you
to
have
really.
Yeah.
It's street semantics.
I just know they don't like
You
each
should
other.
ask the general about it.
Young
Yeah.
gangbanger, old head
Lieutenant
gangbanger.
don't know
And that's
nothing.
essentially what I'm thinking.
It's
What
like
I'm
a
getting from.
stepfather relationship.
But this is
No.
This is also Adam going kind of stooping down as well too, and doing, you're having enemies in the same building again.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? These are some of the things that he was criticized
That's
for.
what worked before.
Exactly. This is what worked before. So he's really going back to his old formula, and in my mind, dipping down one more level. Like, if y'all might shoot each other in the building, I don't even care no more. I need something to get this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That nigga bulletproofed his office and said, "Fuck it, y'all just go
he's
crazy."
like, I
But
just need something.
just make sure you're recording when it's going down.
But what
Yeah.
if, like, what if Adam deaded it? Like, yo, like, I don't care, but like when y'all here,
No,
like,
he
none
reminded
of-
us in this. I don't fuck with the nigga. He reminded us.
You
in
think
this.
Adam has to do that? Like, you kind of have to do that, right?
What?
Like, just the elephant in the room. Like,
Oh, yeah, they had-
Draymond hitting whatchamacallit?
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole,
Like,
yeah.
if Steve Kerr didn't like go in the room, like, all right, we in the finals now. No emotions. Don't be
Right.
thinking about that punch. I know your
Right.
lips still hurt. Woody whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Like you kind of have to dead all that energy.
You have to dead that energy, but Wack is a businessman. He's not. It's not gonna get cracking like that. It's not gonna.
It's just fuck you and that's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's still like somebody objectively from the outside. If they were looking for a point to tear Adam down, they'll say that Adam got two known enemies in the same
In
building.
the same building.
It's just a thing that you can say. You know what I
And
mean?
then it doesn't help, the allegations with him already being like kind of racist. Not even like the allegation, but
Exactly.
just
Nigga,
his
his
character.
last birth name.
His character.
Grand Mason.
He ain't even a Freemason. He's a grand.
Grand Mason.
Yeah,
That's his
the
last name.
only one over
Yeah.
that is Major Masons
Yep.
Oh wow.
And his dad got pardoned by Bill Clinton
himself right after he got his dick
for
sucked.
voter fraud. His dad did like a year for voter fraud.
What?
And when he got out of jail, Bill Clinton pardoned him.
Some voter fraud.
I didn't even know
I
that. That's
wonder who he
deep.
voted for.
Shit, the nigga who pardoned him.
Yeah. It was facetious.
Okay. I think that's all I
Nah,
have
facetious.
for.
That's how you use it.
Oh no,